Okay, team, here's your 3-minute market review. Let's go through the Desert Housing Report. This is for March 2025. It's a couple weeks old, but we're still a couple of weeks away from the next one. This report covers the 11 Coachella Valley cities, as you can see here on the map. And let's start with the sales recovery chart. Here you can see that the market is down below the normal median line of where our local boards expect the market to be by almost 20%, 18.5%. Now, that's a far cry from where we were at COVID. So it feels like a much sharper drop. But technically, we've been in this same business market watch level for a couple of years now. And overall, it's just shy of 20% down. Still substantial, and you're going to hear some really definite points that need to be considered for anybody who wants to buy and sell in today's market as we go through this. Let's go down. Let's look for the median home prices. That's usually the one that everybody wants to do. So what's the average home price in the Coachella Valley? Right now, it's 710,000 on an average. Although I'll tell you, it's going to feel like less than that by most agents and most buyers and sellers. And I'm going to share with you why as we continue through this. First off, condos are more in the $500,000 range. So that is an important number to keep and think about because many of the sales are condos or townhomes or PUDs, things like that here in the Coachella Valley. So that in itself drives the price down. We're still a much better deal than where the market was 10, 15 years ago. Okay, as we came out through 2009, we're up in the 150 to 300% range from then. So the market is still climbing steadily upward overall, even though right now we are in a slight downturn. Okay, unit and dollar sales. This is an important one. Last year, we sold roughly the same amount of homes, 645 homes overall per month on average. That's a rolling 3-month average. Last year, it was a 643. So quantity of sales seems to be about the same. And that is true. If we look through those numbers there, they're just going to repeat on it. Home sales by city. No. Let's go for detached and home sales by city. Okay, so we'll do this one here. Generally, the bigger populations have more sales. That's all that chart graph shows on it. Sales price by bracket. Now, this one is important because the average home price is about 700,000, which would put you right here. But realize that's not the biggest category of homes that sell. The biggest category is homes be 3, 4, 500,000 in this range. But what's happening in the market is as you go to the right of this one, not quite hitting a million, but in that 7, 8, 900,000, those people are having to reduce their homes the most in order to get it into the price ranges where there is a greater quantity of buyers. Finding a buyer who is willing and able to perform is extremely difficult right now. But look at what's going on at the $1 million and above market. That market is still doing very, very well compared to earlier downturns that we may have seen 10 to 20 years ago. In those markets, the $1 million plus business got crushed. But in today's market, those people have money and they are not as affected by interest rates. So while the people who are buying the more moderately priced homes have to be really concerned about the interest rate because they're needing financing in order to buy their homes, are having a much harder time coming up with their down payment, fulfilling the terms of their loan, feeling comfortable and completing escrow. Whereas $1 million plus, they've got the cash, they can put down more money, they just simply aren't as affected as much. And so therefore those homes are still selling so strong that we've had to actually create a $2 million plus category to break that up into 2 categories. Coachella Valley dollar sales. So right now it's still about $600. A year ago we were a little over 600 on average. Right now we're a little under 600,000, but roughly the same there. Dollar sales by city. The bigger the cities, the more sales. Dollar sales by price bracket. Look at what happens here. Big difference, okay, on the average quantity of sales in the under $1 million versus the over $1 million. That's a huge difference right there. And again, affecting the more moderate priced buyers and sellers. Inventory months of sales ratio. This one's huge. This one's important. You got to see, a year ago, we only had 2,396 homes, roughly 2,400. Now we're over 3,600. That is a 50% increase in the quantity of homes available for sale on any given month versus last year. That means competition is a lot more than it was a year ago for people wanting to sell their homes, trying to attract the same or a lesser amount of buyers. Huge. And that's why you're seeing more price adjustments that are happening, more sellers that are disgruntled with it. What was this one? Inventory by city. Again, bigger cities, more inventory. Inventory by price bracket. Okay. Again, the more expensive, but I mean, more homes are in the moderate price ranges right now. They're just struggling for the same buyer. Months of sales ratio. Okay, so how many days on market does the average home take to sell? A year ago, we were just under 4. Now we're at 6 months. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is not how long it takes to sell. This is the months of sales of inventory. So if we didn't get another listing today, nobody in the MLS, no realtor in the Coachella Valley got another listing today, it would take us 6 months to sell the last home that we have in inventory. Given that sellers would help. Months of sales by city, no. Months of sales by city, months of sales by price bracket. They're all taken in the 4, 5, 6 months range, okay, for the months of sales if there are. Let's talk about days on market. This is the one I thought we are going to also. Roughly the same. It is getting a little bit stronger. There's 48 days, okay, that it's taken versus 45 a year ago. But realize that's a median price and a median amount of days on market. There's a lot of homes that are on for more than a month and a half. Some homes never sell. I am seeing some homes sell very quickly, but they really got to be priced well for whatever is their category, price bracket, location, all the days and above. And again, no matter what city you're looking at, they're all somewhere between 40 and 60 days. More so days by price brackets, they're all floating in that again, 40, 50, 60 days on it. This one's important. Coachella Valley average price premium discount. What this means is how much compared to asking price are sellers getting on their homes. As you can see, it's between 2.5% and 3% of asking price. But realize this is not the first asking price that every seller is probably asking for their home. This is the price that sellers are finally reducing to be competitive in today's market so they can attract a buyer. Because I'll guarantee you, if you are overpriced, you are not only not getting shown, you're not getting offers, your agent isn't getting phone calls. If you are not being proactive in your pricing and being ahead of market, you will not sell. And I'm not saying you have to give it away. That is not the case. But think about the last time you bought a used car. When you bought a used car the last time, you didn't call the highest priced car in the make and model of what you were looking for, did you? No. You called the one that was either the lowest priced or competitively lower. And then you negotiated between those few automobiles and determined which one you wanted to buy. Nobody is saying, hey, list my home and sure they can make an offer. I know I'm a little high priced. I shouldn't say nobody's doing it. Some people are doing that, but nobody's buying those homes. What's happening is the people who think that sellers or buyers can just make an offer and then we'll negotiate from there, those homes are not selling. So if you want your home to sell, be good on your pricing, listen to your agent, and you will sell and still be a smidge flexible because 2.5% to 3% is a great deal when that's happening on it. Average selling discount by city, no, yada, yada, yada. Price bracket, no, 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 no. This one here. This proves that people are not giving their homes away, even though they feel like they're selling it for less than what they want, because percentage of homes selling over list price is 11.5%. 11.5% is a good, solid number. What that means is if you priced your home too low, you still got over asking price for it. Not under asking price by 2 or 3%, but over asking price by an average of 11.5%. The market will react appropriately and you will get a fair price for your home. Be ready for it. It's just a different strategy of selling it. You could be the first one to sell and still get your price, or you could be the last one to sell and never get your price. So that's it. There's the Desert Housing Report. My name's Eric Meeks with Remax Desert Properties. I hope you enjoyed this at the lightning speed round. Have a good day.